Hello and welcome back to Madman Big Finish Review, a video series where we review one of the latest Big Finish releases. And guess what, Pixel?
What?
They're back.
Just snares?
Well, they're still making out great quality content, which you should be looking at. But no, we're talking about a different snare. With the Ninth Doctor Adventures, it's back for its... Technically, it's counted as 4.1, so technically fourth series, I guess.
You literally said, I think I'm done with the Ninth Doctor Adventures unless they bring back Rose. And what did they announce? That they were doing the Ninth Doctor Adventures with Rose again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I have not listened to, and I'm loading the page here now. I have not listened to the last two box sets, which was Buried Threats, where he meets up with Bernie Summerfield, and Star-Crossed, where he meets River Song. Because I think at that point I was like, I'm fucking done. These stories are just all the same. They're okay. Whatever. They started off really well. They were really good. And then it just kept going and going and going and going. And it was very evident that they wanted to do stuff with Billie Piper, but during that time, she was just either too busy or it was too expensive at the time to get both of them together. But lo and behold, they got both of them back together for this new round of Ninth Doctor Adventures, where, you know, much like with 13th Doctor Adventures, they're just single story releases. They're not in a box set. So, I don't know. $20.47 for an hour-long story. Not even an hour long, but you're kind of pushing it there, Nick Briggs and Jason Haig-Ellery. But yes, we are back to talk about the Ninth Doctor Adventures Snare by Tim Foley. So the story of Snare is not about Josh Snares, who will be fully backing if they decide to go and sue Big Finish for taking their name and not giving them credit for this story. So I support my fellow, not even just my fellow YouTuber content creators, my fellow Aussies, in solidarity with my fellow Aussies. Okay? We've been oppressed enough. Okay? We live in hell on this continent. Okay? I walk outside, I could get stabbed by an emu. That's how bad it is here. And speaking about, well, not really the wildlife, but the flora, not the fauna, Snare. Kevin left the Powell estate a long time ago. He wasn't going to be trapped there, but all these years later, he's back and clearing out his dad's old flat. At least his neighbors, the Tylers, are still here. But Rose has a strange new man in her life, and this doctor's going to show Kevin a world he never knew existed. Unfortunately, something ancient is stirring on the estate. Perhaps Kevin will be trapped here after all. So, we're going to be going full spoilers for this story. Thank you. You've added the spoiler, the River Song spoiler text. Thank you. So, as I always say, if you're listening to this but you haven't listened to Snare and you don't like spoilers, that's your problem. Okay. You can send me your therapist's bill. But I'm not paying for it. You cheapskate. Much like Pixel with this, who hasn't paid me at all. Not once. Actually, maybe once. I'll think about it.
I've paid you a couple times.
That's true. You've bought your own stuff as well.
I have done that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to. And you're like, I'm going to buy this because I want to listen to it. So I get,
and you know what?
I get to leech off you.
I never listened to it.
We're just giving Big Finish our money for free. We're getting nothing in return. You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
Well, that's
Briggs.
all right then.
So let's get into the actual story. Our thoughts on Snare. As usual, the person who used to be the professor, but it's just a pixel. Your thoughts on our new status quo what we've always really wanted, and what Big Finishers always really wanted. Ninth Doctor and Rose traveling together. What were your thoughts on Snare?
It's fine. Listen. I wasn't expecting it to be like, oh, this is going to be perfect. I like season 1 now. I talked a lot about how if it was up to me watching season 1 to become a Doctor Who fan, I wouldn't have become a Doctor Who fan. I don't like Rose a lot. Like, I'm fine with Rose now, but I don't like her a lot. Ninth Doctor, he does a good job, but it's just not enough. My opinions have changed a little bit since I started Doctor
You're
Who.
allowed to have them, but sometimes you're wrong.
Listen.
Maybe if Nine's not my favorite either, but I like his arc. Yeah.
Rose, the episode Rose, I did not like it. I really did not like it. Then on top of that, you have Aliens of London and World War III with freaking pigs and farting aliens. That early part of the season, what I really loved,
This guy, get a load of this guy.
I loved the episode written by Mark Gatiss. That's right.
You know who else does? Jimmy.
No, I'm serious though.
Unquiet Dead? I like Unquiet Dead.
I liked Unquiet Dead a lot.
It's a good episode. I like it.
And then when you get to the later half of the season, that's when it starts really being good.
Yeah, like Long Game.
I'm talking more,
Father's Day onwards.
Yes. And you know what? This is set right after Father's Day.
Yeah, I did they do reference that, because I was wondering how they're going to place these episodes, and she mentions, talks about her dad.
So the writer,
Tim Foley
said that they wanted to go ahead, spend some time on the Palace State itself. So basically, this is after Father's Day, and the Ninth Doctor is basically grounding Rose a little bit by keeping them on the Palace State and not just traveling anywhere.
He has to have waffles, which he hates.
They aren't good. But you know what? If there's one thing that this does bring us back. We're back, guys. This is
guys, bring the chart out. I think we're so back.
It's like they never left. I mean,
yeah, it's actually like, I think so, because I haven't listened to any of the Rose Tyler Dimension Canon series, but like hearing Billie Piper as Rose, it's like it's still like 2005.
She actually said in the interview that anytime she's come in for Big Finish, she's kind of struggled a little bit trying to get back into it. It's like, I don't know Rose anymore, really. After,
which I think it's to be fair, I could understand that, especially with I'd say like series 2 Rose is definitely kind of different from series 1 Rose. She's more like acting like the Doctor in series 2, and then when you get that in series 4, it's kind of just like she's back as kind of like that, but she's had a bit more time away from him. But coming back to series 1 Rose, it's like it's like she never left.
And you know what? She says actually that it's not actually the Christopher Eccleston being there that brings her back. It's being there with Camille as
Camille
Jackie.
Cadore, yeah.
Going ahead and having that mother-daughter time, it helps her get it just muscle memory. She's back into the I'm a young girl again. And that relationship is great. The story itself it's fine. I mean, Kevin's sad about his dad, but his dad was kind of a loser. It's sad.
He was a spider?
No,
really.
No, he was called Spider.
Yeah, he was called
wasn't a spider.
He wasn't actually a spider.
No.
I would think if he actually was a spider, I think it's a bit warranted people being like, that's weird. He's kind of weird.
Little did you know, this is actually Arachnids in the UK 2.0.
Oh, no. How it's
Um,
set before it, so is it a prequel or?
yes, no. Uh, we have one annoying girl, poor Marlene, who she dies, and it's like, oh no. But she gets to voice the alien later on, so it's fine.
Oh, is it
Um,
her? I didn't know that.
I believe
I
so,
haven't
because
listened
it's
to
only
like
5 people in this story: Christopher Eccleston, Billy Piper, Alex Austin, Hannah Brown, and Camille
Kadora.
Kadiri.
Yeah,
It's
it's
only
because she's
5
only
people in
listed
this story.
on the credits. I don't know if it's the cast, whether it's in the interviews or in the credits on like the audio version. But yeah, on the cast here for the Big Finish page, she's just only listed as Marlene.
Yeah, but I believe she's
Whereas
also
whereas unless it's like it's supposed to be a secret, they will list if someone voices different characters.
no, for some reason they just don't list it here, but I believe
They
it's
forgot.
but one of their focuses, like when they said about going ahead and grounding it here in the Palisade, is, oh well, we like how it feels like a real world. This is like a window, like a slim. You have a 5-person cast, and it feels it. You know, it, I guess I guess with all they had to pay Rose and Christopher, maybe they couldn't afford more. It's fine. The
But I
story
think
is fine.
the minimal cost here works for the
It works
story.
fine.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fine things going on. Um, I believe the next episode is called what, the end of the Palace State or something like that.
The last days of the Palace State.
Last days of the Palace State. We'll I don't know what that entails. But it's right now I'm not my breath isn't taken away, but we're back to what we had before. It's
Yeah.
nice to have more.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. It's like performances great. Like I said, Billy Piper just slips back into like series one Rose like effortlessly. Like it's seamless. Like I was listening to it, I'm just like this. Like sure, like obviously with like Doctor Who actors, if they're older when they come back, not all of them always sound the same. Obviously we know with our classic doctors, aside from like Sylvester McCoy and like Paul McGann, like a lot of them sound very different to how they sounded back in the day. Whereas here with like Billy Piper coming back to be like series one era Rose, it's like it's seamless. Like I said, it's like she never left. And like to have her and Christopher Eccleston together, it's just right. Like I said, with the early Ninth Doctor adventures, it was very evident they wanted them together. They just couldn't. Just for whatever reason. They just couldn't have that one. And even Christopher Eccleston says in like here in the backstage, he says, I'm so happy to be back recording more adventures for the Ninth Doctor with Billy. I don't think my Doctor exists without Rose. He's a one-man, one-companion kind of alien. So we've explored him on his own at Big Finish as a loner, but there's a resilience and a bravery and a deep empathy to Billy as Rose. That's why I do this. They complete each other, which is right. I think they're great. They're great together. That's the whole point of their kind of dynamic. Well, one of the points. But yeah, the story itself with the whole ancient ship that's kind of used to, what was it? It was like it's used to kind of trap. It's used in a war that's like to trap people in the ship with
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
plants and all that. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
it's like Golgoth or something. Yeah, the Golgoth War or something. Yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember.
I just listened to it today, and I can't remember all the details of that
Yeah.
whole thing. But yeah, like the whole like a ship kind of being attached to Kevin's apartment, so you get parts of like the ship that look like his apartment and all
I
that.
did
So it's
like
all
that
like,
scene, like,
yeah,
well, there's the bathroom, there's the kitchen, and there's Kevin's room,
his
and
room,
then
and there's
there's
Kevin's room.
Kevin's
Like,
room.
hang on, you
You just
said
said
Kevin's
Kevin's
room twice.
room twice. No, I didn't.
There's
Look.
his dad. There's his dad's room. There's Kevin's room. There's the bathroom. There's the bathroom. Because there's a perception filter to
Yeah.
hide this ship being attached to this apartment from a different dimension. I like that whole thing.
The only, like, I think it sounded like Christopher Eccleston was taping from home or something, because there was just something about his
Yeah,
audio
there's
quality a
actually,
little off.
I don't know if it was just like something went wrong when I downloaded and then exported like the audio file, but there are parts where like the audio sounds weird. The only time that it made
I used the Big Finish app that
I
you can
well, I
download
didn't.
on your Play Store. Oh,
I shut up. You're not getting paid for this.
I know.
They're not sponsoring us, considering like we're kind of 50-50 in what we say about Big Finish. So they're not
We're always
sponsoring.
honest with them, and that's
We're always
the
at least
thing.
honest, yeah. But they're not going to sponsor us, okay? But no, there's like parts where the audio. I don't know. Maybe it's just because either how I exported it or something was wrong with the file. It's just there's parts of the audio just sounded weird. It sounded like a bit flat for some reason, where it's just like they didn't add any of like the effects or cleaned it up. The only time it makes sense is at the end where the gardener is essentially listening to a recording. So obviously it sounds a bit more like a recording of what Kevin is saying. So that's the only time where it's like, okay, the audio makes sense there. But there were like random parts where it's like, is the audio just like weird on this release for some reason? Is it just me? But if it's fine on the Big Finish app, it just might be something must have went wrong when I was exporting it. I don't know. I'll have to have another listen through the files to see if something went wrong there. But the overall performances are great. The story is fine. Not really what you want to go with when you start essentially starting this new series. It's just a fine story, and much like with the 13th Doctor Adventures, this feels like this should have been in a box set.
Yeah, that is,
because like I said, $20.47 for a under 1 hour story that ended up being fine. You're kind of asking a bit much, and that's just download only. If I wanted the physical one, another $4.10.
Yeah. Listen,
so, yeah,
to ask that, and then when you have Dark Gallifrey Master Part 1, that it's $18, and you have Eric Roberts there. That's a little more. But
even then, I've heard the complaint about that is that this is obviously like this should have been in a box set.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
that's
on.
That's a criticism of how they're doing things now. It's like they don't want to decide, does it want to be a single release or does it want to be a box set?
You need to go back to your box set format, Nick.
Go back to the box set format, but don't make it 4 parts.
No.
Just make it a box set that is just several different stories. Maybe there's some connecting theme
for each box set. Actually, talking about the Ninth Doctor, that was one of the really good things that they did. Like when they had what was it? It was Brigadier. Old Friends with the Brigadier, and you had the 2 stories at the end that would just pretty much connect.
Even then, like because there's the story with the Brigadier. There's the 2-part story with the Brigadier and the Cybermen, but then you had the first story, which was also about the Doctor going to the funeral of like an old friend of his. So there's a connecting.
And then it was also it also didn't mention the last story of the previous box set with where he saw the lone the Cyberman. Yeah. So you guys know how to do this. Don't change things for the
Wow,
worse.
Christopher Walken. Wow, I can't believe you come onto this.
No, this is more walking than the other one. I love talking about that crazy doctor. No. Uh, you know how to do this.
If you haven't, there's an Australian YouTube channel called Mr. Sunday Movies, and then they do comic book movie reviews, and they did one with they did one on it's always themed what they do, some of their releases, like to tie into like an upcoming release. And they did one on for Elektra, because they did Daredevil, then they did Elektra, and then they did the 3 Punisher films. And for the Elektra one, they just do a Stanley impression. It's just like, what's this Earth? What's the number for like Elektra's Earth or the Daredevil universe's Earth? And it's like they did like Earth 7136, and it goes to a Stanley impression of like, what if a man had a shield and he threw the shield?
Excelsior.
I didn't write all of these stories. Don't tell anyone that. But no, yeah, the story is fine. That's it. It's not terrible, but it's not the best thing ever. It's like with the 13th Doctor one, where it's like it's fine. Like we both enjoyed it.
13th Doctor at least was a little bit more entertaining than
Yeah, it was definitely a bit more entertaining.
This is even more.
So I don't know. That's the second one. Kind of needs to bump it up a bit.
I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be another level of fine, and you can't keep running the business on just fine. You gotta
on hype moments and aura, as the kids would say.
Man. Now I'm starting to feel like Connor. Anyway, that's our show. Oh, ratings. This is I gave Fugitive 6. This is a 6 too.
Yeah, I'd give. At least with Fugitive, you had 3 different stories.
This is one.
This is just a single story, and it was fine.
And it's fine.
It's a fine story, bolstered by the performances. So yeah, it's I'd say 6 as well. 6 out of 10. It's fine.
It's fine.
If you like the Ninth Doctor and Rose, you're gonna like this. Obviously.
You're going to get the Ninth Doctor and Rose. I know that sounds crazy.
If you don't want to watch Billie Piper in the new season of Wednesday, you can listen to her in this story.
Because you probably won't see her in the next season of Doctor Who. Who knows? Anyway.
Oh well. That is it. Yeah, that is it for this review. Thank you everyone for watching. If you've listened to Snare, list your thoughts in the comments below. Don't listen to your thoughts in the comments below. List your thoughts in the comments below.
Listen to your thoughts and then write them down in the comments below.
Yeah. But not the bad ones, okay? Please don't listen to those ones, obviously. You know, the one that says, maybe we should set fire to everything.
Is life worth living?
Oh, God, that doesn't go that dark. God. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Alon Z, Geronimo.
That's my thing.
I don't care. Don't you fucking do it again. Don't you fucking do it. This better not be this new bit you're going to do at the end of every review where you play the fucking Doctor Who theme on a kazoo. It's still this you haven't cut it off. This thing is still recording. You're gonna fucking do it. Just do it. Go, do it.